science is accumulating that we can begin to scale back our mass quarantines, particularly the more draconian elements of them, without disastrous risks to public health. There will always be risk. People will long die of this virus, no matter whether we get inoculations against it or not. But we can pull back a little. We know that because there is evidence of it pretty much everywhere. Sweden never locked down, and despite what you have likely heard, Sweden is still no worse off than a lot of Europe. States in this country like South Dakota, Iowa, and Arkansas did not issue shelter-in-place orders ever, yet all three of those places were below the national average in coronavirus cases and in deaths. Denmark and the Czech Republic loosened restrictions and have seen, at this point, no surge in new cases. So it's pretty clear that in many parts of this country, we could almost certainly do the same. And yet some cities and states will not consider doing this. In fact, if anything, they're moving in the opposite direction. As the pandemic appears to recede, at least for the moment, their restrictions are becoming tighter. And that's when you know this isn't really about public health. It's about making mediocre people more powerful. And there may be no one in America more mediocre than the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot. Lightfoot recently announced that anyone who meets privately with friends or even talks about meeting privately with friends on social media will be monitored and could be arrested.
Now, I directed Superintendent Brown to order all police districts to give special attention to these parties. And this is how it's going to be. We will shut you down, we will cite you, and if we need to, we will arrest you and we will take you to jail. Period. The time for educating people into compliance is over. Don't be stupid. Don't come out. Don't advertise on social media. We're watching you.
Do the people of Chicago take Lori Lightfoot seriously? How did a buffoon like that wind up in the mayor's office? Lori Lightfoot believes she has the power to imprison you if you talk about your weekend plans on Facebook. How did she get the power to do that? Well, that's still not clear. What is clear is that Lightfoot has no intention of following her own rules, living by her own restrictions. We know that because Lori Lightfoot recently broke her own quarantine in order to, and this is real, get her hair done. She got caught when her hairdresser blabbed about it on social media, but perhaps not surprisingly, she didn't seem ashamed in the slightest. Unlike you, she explained, Lori Lightfoot has to look good.
I'm the public face of this city. I'm on national media and I'm out in the public eye. And you know, I'm a person who I take my personal hygiene very seriously. As I said, I felt like I needed to have a haircut. I'm not able to do that myself, and so I got a haircut.
I take my personal hygiene very seriously. I feel like I needed to have a haircut. The funny thing is, you may be feeling the same way. Maybe you take your personal hygiene seriously too. Maybe you'd like a haircut. But are you Lori Lightfoot? Okay, didn't think so. So shut up and get back to your smelly apartment. Stop complaining. And if you don't, you're a Nazi. That's their new line, which is really their old line. In fact, it's always their line. Disagree with them and you are a Nazi. And because they've now lost all capacity for nuance, they're actually saying it out loud now.